Welcome. In today's video, we're going to be doing a walkthrough of the CSS Touring X hinge tent. Behind me, I have a 1.3 size, also available in a 1.4. We'll start off with unboxing it. First of all, there is 6 straps all the way around, so you'll need a knife to cut them open. Once you have the top foam, the surrounding foam, and the plastic off, you'll be left with just your rooftop. This being an X tent, you'll find that you have 2 latches on the front, 2 latches on the back, and 1 on either side. Also on the front here, you'll notice the 4 pole brackets for the rainfly. This being our X-hinge model, you'll notice that there is 2 slide channels on the top, 2 slide channels on the bottom half, as well as the underside of the tent. If you are installing one of our awnings, whether it's a 180, 270 or 270 XL, you'll find that we also have brackets to mount any of them, as well as the shower awning on our website. It comes with 3 brackets and all the hardware included to mount it. If you are using our CSS Touring awning brackets, it'll utilize your 2 bottom side channels as well as the underside channel. Like I said earlier, this being our X-hinge has a total of 6 latches all the way around. These latches hold themselves open, making it a lot easier to open it up as well as pack it down. It's put together with 316 stainless hardware as well as every other nut and bolt on the tent for maximum anti-corrosion. You'll find on either side you have these black German engineered stable list gas struts. These make it really easy to open and shut. Either side is held on with a quick release clip here if you ever damage it on the track, so it makes it much easier to replace rather than having to remove the entire mount. On each of the corners, you'll find that we have a uniquely designed cast aluminium corner mold rather than a plastic mold, which helps create a bit more stability and strength in the frame. And what I could best describe as the driver's corner, on the underside, you'll find there's an Anderson plug there, and that powers all your 12-volt accessories which are inside the tent, and we'll go over them shortly. As well, under here, you'll find on all the corners there are added braces here to give the base a lot more strength. Righto, now let's open it up, take a look inside and see what's included. Once you pop the tent and pull the bungee down, you'll find on the inside here of your X tent, there's this black halo. So you just pull this forward and it will stretch the front out. There's 2 clips in the bottom here. So you just give it a little pull till it clips like that. And then that stops it now from closing back in. Part of what's included is your rainfly poles, which is inside this black bag here. Inside you'll find that you have 7 of these black poles. The 4 long ones are what we're going to need at the moment, and I'll explain these last 3 in a second. To fit these, you'll find they have a flat end on them, as well as 2 holes on the side of your rain pole holders. You just stick them in through the big end, pull it up, hook it in, and that's 1. And 4. And then these 3 remaining poles we'll get to very, very shortly. Included in your X tent is the rainfly poles that we had just set up. There's these 2 bungee cords on the inside here which help suck the sides in when you're packing up. These 2 ergonomic travel pillows, your hardware mounting bag, a fan and light, 2-in-1 sort of unit. There's also this power bank which is included if you don't have a 12-volt setup but you want to power the lights, which we'll get to shortly. You can use this. The charger for both the fan, light, and the power bank. You also get a free shirt included with every single rooftop, your 2 stubby coolers, a sticker pack, these 2 patches, as well as a little thank you card from us. On the side here, there's a little QR code which will send you to a link on our website, which has a lot of information on how to set up your rooftop tent, how to mount it all, as well as other accessories. There's these 2 roof bars on the front there, and the 2 shoe bags on the side. One of the more important notes as well to make early on now is that all of our rooftops use this same 420 GSM polycotton canvas with a blackout coating. It also has a ripstop technology, meaning if you get a small puncture, it won't spread much further. Also with that blackout coating, no light seeps through at all. It is a pitch black, complete blackout sleep inside. With that being said, there's also these glow in the dark zips to help you find your way out. As for the fly screen mesh as well, this is a midgie proof mesh. It just stops all the little credence getting inside. You can leave your blackout canvas down and leave this up, and you can still get a good breeze coming through. Important thing to mention while we're standing here as well is all of our mattresses are an 80mm thick genuine memory foam 40 density mattress with an egg crate topper. As well, under here is a condensation mat and marine carpet mat on the underside. As we mentioned earlier on, all the 12-volt inside here comes pre-wired through that Anderson plug on the underside. There's a light cable here running to the LEDs that run around the perimeter of the ceiling. With the LED controller here, you can see it has a mode for an in-between of our white LED as well as our amber. Important to note that both the amber and the white light are dimmable with the controller. There is a cigarette lighter, 2 USB-A's on this port, a USB-A, USB-C with a volt reader, as well as a complete isolation switch that turns off the entire power board here. Another note with our LED strip as well is that unlike our competitors, it is mounted to the top shell and points inwards to create a nice ambient lighting rather than pointing down facing your eyes when you're laying down. And as we've been doing for a little while now, we have the dark headboard on the inside here, as well as the infotainment sort of pocket, which can hold your fan, an iPad, or whatever you might want above your head here. Yet another very important thing to mention is that with this X-hinge design, this X-hinge is uniquely designed and owned by us and patented by CSS Touring. As for storage on the inside here, on both sides, there's these drop-down pockets, as well as the extra pockets on the infotainment overhead. As we go into summer now, it's going to be getting a little bit warmer while you sleep. So luckily we have ventilation window on the small side here. Being an X-tent on the front side here, it also has the midgie-proof ventilation, as well as the blackout 420 GSM canvas. Depending what side you enter from, your shoe bags that are both included as well with your rooftop for free can slide onto either the side or the back using a channel on the corners. Included with every rooftop purchase is a 2.3 meter telescopic ladder. Comes in a nice tidy travel bag on the inside of the box. Comes in a nice little travel bag. Buckle on the front. Like I said, telescopes up to 2.3 meters for the biggest of cars. And then 3 access points all the way around, 1 on either side and 1 on the back. A couple of features of the ladder is that it has a buckle to pack it up, so that is nice and easy, doesn't fill up with sand and get damaged. It has a wider step than normal. Simply clicks up, and then these triggers here help bring it down. Inside the hardware bag, you will find everything individually packaged to make it a little bit easier to navigate. You have a bag with a spare Anderson plug to use when you're hooking up your 12 volt, as well as some end caps for the rails. There are some hard mounts and some rubber saddles used for mounting around if you have a headboard or a ladder rack. And then essentially we have the bread and butter of how we mount the rooftops. We have longer and shorter hardware with the slide channel nuts, which simply go through like that. There is lock nuts and washers here, which are the perfect size for the included 13mm ratchet spanner, as well as 5mm Allen key. Righto, so we've gone through a quick walkover from the outside, the inside, a couple of features showing what's included, and now we're going to do the pack down. And it's just like most cases where the pack down is the exact same as the setup in reverse. First of all, we always recommend isolating your 12 volt from the switch. On the inside here, using these bungees that we mentioned earlier, it helps pull the canvas in to make it easier to pack up, as well as stops the canvas from getting pulled into the X-hinge when you're shutting it down. Make sure your face is out of the way when you're undoing these rain poles so you don't cop one in the eye. Undo them from the top, don't yank it from the bottom. Pull it in, the pole bends, pull it out, just like that. To release the halo, just push your clips on the inside here with a bit of back pressure. Halo drops down, canvas comes through. Pull the bungee to the middle of the canvas kit. I like to pull the canvas all to the front like that to stop it from blowing out the side. Then you pull from the grab handle, evenly pull it from both sides or from the middle when you're standing on the ground, and it will come down nice and easy, making sure to pull all the canvas in, and it packs up just like that. You can do up all your clips. Again, because these clips hold themselves up, it does make it easier to shut as they don't just flap around when you're shutting them. So in, up, simple as that. All of our rooftops have 2 mounting rails on the underside of them, and using the hardware set that we put together earlier, you'll see that slides on, slide another one on, and like I said, this is the backbone of how we tend to mount our tents. This is essentially a simulated headboard or ladder rack. You would slide one of the bolts with the channels underneath either side of your headboard or ladder rack, and then at that point decide whether you need one of these rubber saddles or the hard mounted bracket, and it just has a couple of holes on either side to suit whatever you need. A washer, a nylock, and then again with the included 13mm ratchet spanner, you can just do this all up. As we mentioned earlier, included with every rooftop free is a set of roof bars. So to set them up now, we need the 2 roof bars and the hardware kit that was inside when we opened it. Included in the little hardware box for the roof bars is a end bracket for each one, a rubber end cap for wind noise and that nice clean finish, as well as all the channel nuts you'll need for the top half of the tent, as well as the rail. All nylock hardware, 316 stainless. Out of these channel nuts, there are the more square style ones, and these with a rib on either side. Just drop into the top here, slide them into position, and then these square style ones go into the end channel. You can use your included Allen key to just give it a little push along the side. You'll need 1, 2, 3, 4, so we'll just stick 4 channel nuts in the top. Nice little tip is to hold the bracket roughly where they're going to be and use it to line up the channel nuts. Using the included Allen key, just get them started. There's 2 different ways you can mount these roof racks. So the first way is you just put the end caps on, slide the bar underneath the lip of it, line these up with the ends, and then you just drop the hardware in from the top. If you're trying to get absolutely every centimeter out of the height of your car to fit in car parks or whatever the case may be, Macca's drive-through. Now that they're both fixed in place, you can tell the height difference depending on how much clearance that you want. If you mount it like this on the underside, you have about 50 mil total height from the top. And then if you mount it on the top, you have about 72, 73 mil. Okay, solar panel time. The solar panel kits are sold separately to the tent. If you have 1.3, you can option it with a 220 watt solar panel, or if you have 1.4, you can option it with a 260 panel. All the hardware, mounting brackets, and the solar panel all included with the kit, and then all the tools you're gonna need to install it are included. Only thing I'd add extra is a Sharpie. There's a couple of ways you can install the solar panels. We're gonna show you the safest way to not damage your solar panel. Inside this plastic bag here, as always, is 316 stainless hardware, 2 side channels for either side. Now we'll open the solar panel, being careful that when we cut it, we don't cut into the cardboard and hit the actual panel. So the way we'd recommend doing this to make sure that it fits perfect and you don't damage your panel, like I said, just put 1 channel nut in on either side for now. For the sake of making it straight, I'm just going to line up this point here with the edge of the corner mold and then just do it up. And I'll do the same thing on the other side. Grab the solar panel, sit it on top, flush along the back here. Best bet is to just get a marker. Don't want to scratch it, don't want to damage it. Just a line just to mark exactly where it is. Pull the solar panel back off, undo the mounts. We're just going to lay the solar panel face down nice and gently and sit it on top in the right way around. So one of these nylocks, line it up with the bottom of the hole there. Drop a nut in, start tightening it up. Don't want to go all the way, just do a few more. So we're just making sure that we line up the width with our Sharpie mark. And now we can just tighten this up in place. Now we've got 3 on each side, brackets are in the right positions. We're gonna go through, put the last remaining bolts in the extra holes, flip it over and then start mounting it. Now I've just got this lip here of the bracket sitting just up on the side. So we can line up all of these channel nuts now, directly under where they need to get mounted. Grab the bolts for them, lower this side down over the lip, and now you can just stick all these bolts in and tighten them up. Same thing on this side, we're just gonna lift the edge up and pull all the channel nuts into place. Now just tighten them all up and that's us. Just like that, solar panel's all fitted. Just gonna go through, take all the rest of the protective plastic off, but solar panel is all fitted up. Like we showed you earlier, all the rooftop tents come with 3 of these shorter rainfly poles as well as this pole elevator bracket kit. If you're running an awning on the side of your tent and you want it mounted higher up, whether it's a 180, 270 or 270 XL, you'll need to raise this rainfly pole up so that your awning can sit directly on the side. So we'll start now with pulling the longer pole out. You'll see here that the riser pole brackets are about 100 mil shorter. So we won't need this anymore. We're gonna keep it in case we ever need it and take the elevator brackets off. But the other 3 that you're gonna need are included. If you have a 180 degree, you'll just need to replace the one. If you have a 270 or 270 XL, you'll need to replace the one on whatever side your awning is mounted on, and then your 2 back poles as well. So we just open the box up, and as always, everything you need to do it is included in the box. All the riser plates and 316 grade stainless hardware. We'll start with removing these 2 bolts on the side of the rainfly pole. Just grab one of the included Loctited bolts. First one in, second one in. We're just going to measure and make sure the pole hasn't moved too much from the other side. The distance this pole should be is about the Allen key from the edge of the corner mold. So we're going to use that as our reference and now tighten it up. Then grab the old pole mounts, and then make sure that this one here that has the slit with the circle in the middle, it's on the front towards the back of the tent, and then this is the opposite way around. Bolt through, straight across with 2 nylocks on the back. As always, the tools you'll need to do it are included with the rooftop, just your same 5mm Allen key and 13mm ratchet spanner. Shorter pole goes in the same way the long pole always did, pulls up, hooks in, and now your awning can mount directly to the side right underneath it. Okay, so that's everything you need to know about the CSS Touring X-Hinge tent. Everything we spoke about in the video is applicable to both the 1.3X and 1.4X. Also important to note, if you already have a tent or you're looking to buy one, we always recommend airing them out every couple of weeks, as well when you're packing it down to make sure it is completely dry inside and the canvas is not hanging out and interrupting the seal at all. The X, as well as all models of our tents, all have a 24-month warranty. If you have any more questions, you can call the shop at any time within hours, and if you send an email, someone will get back to you as soon as possible. We have videos coming as well for all of our other models of tents as well. We appreciate the ongoing support. Thank you very much for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.